become the most powerful in Lords of the Fallen, deal over 2200 in just one single hit? Well, today I'm going to show you how to put the most powerful Umbral build in Lords of the Fallen. So if you like how that sounds, a like is appreciated. So what do we need to do to become so powerful that we're going to be crushing anything that gets in our way? Nothing is going to be hard because we're just going to be pretty much just one-shotting everything with just one single hit. Its synergy in this build is so put together that it just makes the game so much fun. Now, with anything in a build, nothing is better than the first thing, and is the type of weapon that we're going to be using. To start crushing anything that gets in our way, we're going to be using the Crushing Gaze. Level 10, it's going to hit at 1038. Not only does it hit physical damage, but also meteor damage. Take a look at that damage. It's just an insane amount of meteor that we're just going to be dealing to any foe. Great thing about this hammer is that Radiance and Inferno are scaled at A, which is going to be very potent. Now, how do we make this even better? Well, we got a couple things here in our runes. One is going to gain us mana upon killing enemies, and the other one is going to gain health. On top of this, we're also going to have a rune that is going to reduce the weapon weight. I know this hammer itself is pretty heavy, which is going to be at 36. So we're going to bring down that to about 50%, which is going to allow us to do a few more things, which I'll show you in the build a bit later in the game. Now, since we are running the most powerful Umbral strength build, we're going to be taking a look at the Lost Rescue Catalyst. This is level 10 plus, and it's going to hit a 505. As you're able to see there, Radiance and Inferno is going to scale at A, which is going to complement the following spells. The first one is going to be the Umbral Orb. This thing here you can spam away so fast. It only costs 13 mana, which makes it really fun. And then if you want to increase even more damage into your weapon, you do use the Umbral weapon, which is going to increase not only the physical strength, but also on top of that, the weightier damage that you're going to be able to see. As you are able to see here in the video, one single hit is over 2200 in points. That is a crazy amount of damage that you are able to do in just one single hit. And that is why this is the most powerful Umbral strength build that you're going to see now on YouTube. And then we're going to have the Barrage of Echoes. This thing is very powerful. That reason why I have this here instead of other spells that could probably be a little bit better, but this one here, it just works perfectly with the build. If you get in any trouble, you can spam this thing away and just destroy any mob that's around you. That is why this one is so good around taking care of all the different mobs and to destroy foes from far away. There is always the Lantimer's Javelin. This one here is just an insane amount of damage, 1500, just one single hit, and we can increment that to even more, but we are using here as a more powerful strength build. So our focus is strength over Umbral, but at the same time, this one is going to help us only at 52 mana. Is not bad. You can spam this thing so many times and kill all the mobs from far away. Now we're going to need the help of a good armor, and I'm going to be using, in this case for me, is going to be the Fitzroy's full entire armor. As you're able to see there, it has really good damage mitigation and resistance. You are able to see on all the different type of stats and all the different type of resistance that is going to provide me, just in case it doesn't matter where I'm going, this armor here is going to protect me. Now, if your choice is to be a little bit heavier, there are other choices that you can go with. There is one of the best, probably the best armor, which is going to be the Sovereign Protector. This here, it does have a outrageous physical damage mitigation, but in this case, I'm going with my current armor because it's going to allow me to be a little bit lighter and is I'm going to be more mobile because the weapon that I'm wielding, that thing hits like a truck, and at the same time I'm going to be a little too slow when I try to strike on foes. So I need to make sure that I am very mobile in case I get in any trouble. Now the pendant, it's very important. In this case, I have the Warrior's Claw. This here is a very powerful pendant. It's going to increase my physical damage and my physical defense, which is going to allow me to inflict damage on foes without being interrupted. So if I want to go one against one against a big dude, oh, trust me, I'm fully going to complete my whole entire rotation of my hit, and he's going to take a lot of damage. And the great thing about this build, which I'll show you towards the end when I talk to you about the different stats, is why is a good thing to always do a charge attack, because you're always going to be taking weirder damage against any health damage. And just stick around in the video, I'll show you what exactly you need to put in your lantern. And then we're going to be using the Barrage Root, which is going to remove one of our spell and also is going to improve and increase our spell powers from our 4 different type of spells that are going to help us a lot. And then on top of this, we're going to be using the Lucent Sword Ring. This ring is going to deal additional physical damage when your health is full or almost at full, which is something you need to take advantage because it's going to help you take down foes really easy and really fast. Now, we're going to be using a couple of things in our quick access items. One is going to be the Brimstone Trio. The other thing is going to be the Unripe Berries, which are going to help us to increase our stamina. So take one of those and it's going to last you quite a while, which is really good if you are using a heavy weapon. You're always going to be having that stamina up at most times. And then we're going to be using the Mana Stone clusters and a large Mana Stone clusters to have our mana back. So the stats for this build, the most powerful build is going to be strength at 30 to help us wield any heavy weapons. Agility is going to be at 21 just to help us get around and get out of trouble. Endurance is going to be at 30 to help us with our different type of armor, weapons, and everything that is within this arsenal. And then 35 is going to be our vitality to give us enough health to be able to go against different mobs, as we are going to be doing a lot of physical damage onto them. And then Radiance and Inferno is going to be at 50. Those two put together are going to give us a nice, powerful Umbral strength build. Now, to make this build even more OP, we're going to go talk to Malhu and we're going to go into our sockets. Now, there are 3 different eyes that you're going to need to make this a very powerful build. One is going to be the Umbral Eye of Loash, which you are able to see this. Here is going to help you with all your heavy attacks. All damage is received as weirder damage, and your posture cannot be broken. So you're going to regain that as soon as you inflict damage to our foes. And then we're also going to be using the Umbral Eye of Rosman. This one is going to help us with dodging at the right time. It will apply Whittier to the attacking enemy. That is why it's very important to be very agile. When you get out of trouble, you're still going to be inflicting damage. And our last one is going to be the Umbral Eye of Bloody Pilgrims. This is going to help us with the light attacks, deals bonus damage, but only deal weirder damage, which is a good thing to have in this build. So there you go. That is how you are able to put together the most powerful Umbral build in Lords of the Fallen. Not only are you going to be dealing the most insane physical damage, but also at the same time with an Umbral twist, this thing is going to be wrecking anything that gets in your way. If this video was very helpful, a like is appreciated. Also consider subscribing to the channel, as I will be bringing to you even more Lords of the Fallen builds, especially God tier builds and more powerful builds. So you may want to stick around because the next Inferno build is just gonna be that powerful and it's gonna be taking out anything. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you on the next video.